On my show, I'm always talking about making a great first impression. So I wanted to do just that with my foyer. I created what looks like a carpet, but it's actually made out of tile. I have mosaic around the sides and a larger tile in the center. I created this design with the help of my local Floorscapes retailer. They were a wealth of information in helping me choose just the right tile and just the right design to make that perfect entrance. I also went with a smooth transition right into the hardwood floor without a threshold. I love this seamless look because it welcomes people right in the door. So here we are in the living room, family room, great room, whatever you want to call it. It serves all purposes. I love this space and I wanted it to feel very welcoming and cozy and very inviting. To do that, I knocked down this wall right here. This wall was separating the space and blocking the view, this gorgeous view of the river. So that came tumbling down and we opened it up for a nice open floor plan. I had to make a compromise here with my husband. He needed the big old TV, so I needed a big old fireplace to give balance and symmetry to the space. One thing that was really challenging for the space in adding balance and symmetry were the two walls on either side of this new build for the TV and fireplace. So I created a grid with concrete slabs. That was to balance it off and make it feel more uniform. The other key factor in making the space feel uniform was the floors. I did dark espresso colored flooring from one end to the other. It ties everything in together. And here's a neat little trick. For any of you that are searching and searching and searching for that perfect carpet, you can pick out any carpet you want from a custom weave boutique and have it cut down to the exact size you want and have it bound on the edges. So now I have carpet that fits my spaces perfectly. It's the color I want, the texture I want, and even the plush feeling that I want. I chose a darker color for the center to ground it, and I went lighter all around the edge. If you can see in my space, everything is fairly monochromatic. I did a lot of beiges, grays, tans, even little pops of white and black in here. So where do you find inspiration? I found my inspiration by looking out the window. This view has inspired me with my entire color palette for my house. I went very neutral, very monochromatic, a lot of grays, taupes, beiges. But the reason I did that is because with a view like this, living in New England, you have all the seasons. In the fall, I have fiery oranges and reds. In the summertime and spring, I have these beautiful vibrant greens and yellows. And come wintertime, I have more grays and browns and a lot of white with the snow. So that all works very well with my space. And I just wanted to have it very cohesive and complete. But I did bring in one little punch of color, and that's with my funky little chair here. I love this spot. It's a private little space for me to sit and talk on the phone or read a book, and it's just that right accent piece that draws your eye in and adds a specific little punch. Other than that, I brought in some family photos to give it a personal feeling. But overall, I feel like this space is inviting and cozy. And don't forget about your floors. It's one element that a lot of times we overlook, but it is such a huge, important factor in your space. Hi, welcome to my master bedroom makeover, and I redid just about everything in here. So let me take you through the process of what I did. It was an exciting challenge because I'm in a bit of the suburbs, but I wanted to keep that urban contemporary feel. I didn't want the house to feel disjointed with the exterior. As you can see, it's a beautiful view, a lot of greenery and a little bit of water. So I wanted to make sure that I didn't lose that with the interior design process. So I kept everything fairly neutral, very simple, but with a few pieces that just jump out at you. For example, the headboard. Very masculine, but soft to the touch. It adds a bold statement, but it doesn't take anything away from the view in this beautiful window. I was all about comfort in this space. My comfy bed, also a chaise lounge to sit and enjoy the view and just read a book and sip on a cup of coffee. And I saved the best for last. The reason I say that is because a lot of people forget about their floor. This is one of the most important elements of my design. I picked a carpet that looked organic. It actually ties in with nature. It, in a way, looks a bit like sand. So I wanted to carry the look of sand all the way right up the wall to keep that open, large feeling. Beige, very neutral. It makes the specific features in the room pop, just like the headboard and the view. We all have busy schedules. I know what that's like. Between my show and all the projects I'm doing, I have very little extra time on my hands. So when it came time to pick my carpet, I needed a process that was fairly simple. I went to a local Mohawk floorscapes dealer, went right into the custom weave boutique, which is actually like a store within the store, and it made the process so easy. It's broken down in textures, patterns, and plushness. So I just had to flip through and find the look that I wanted, and it was done. Super simple, and it actually is the perfect carpet for me. Well, this is my master bathroom, and sometimes the smaller the space, the more difficult the challenge in designing it. For this particular bathroom, we gutted it. It started off with a one-person shower here and a big tub over here. When you design your space, make sure you design it so that it fits your lifestyle. For me, I'm not much of a tub person, so I wanted to expand the shower nice and big with 2 shower heads. Now, the hard part is the tile, and I find with a lot of my clients, and even for myself, tile can be one of the most difficult things to pick. So I went very simple, very modern. I found a tile I liked, and I got it in several different sizes and shapes. For the wall, I have a small 1 by 2 inch mosaic. For the floor, I used a larger version of the same tile that's on the wall. I kept a very linear grid to give it a more modern look, but you can change it up by staggering it almost like a subway tile pattern. I also chose a lighter grout than the actual tile itself because I wanted the lines to stand out. But if you chose a darker grout, then everything would blend in smooth. Then we have the great big spa-like shower, 2-headed, nice and roomy, so it was really important that the tile made a statement. So I chose the same tile as all the rest, but in a different color and a different size. I carried the mosaic from the wall right into the floor of the shower. So everything works together. My master bathroom feels like my own personal spa. By mixing and matching the color and the size of the tiles, it made the process super simple. And in the end result, I have a nice, very fresh, very spa-like shower for my master bathroom. As a professional interior designer, you would think that creating my new home would be easy. Well, let me tell you, designing your own space can be hard, even for me. There are so many options to choose from, especially with flooring, and it can be overwhelming. Mohawk's custom weave carpets were the obvious choice for me, but I needed more than carpet. Hardwood for the formal areas and tile for the kitchen and bath. There was a lot to tackle. The minute I walked into my local floorscape store, I knew I could relax. Everything I needed was under one roof. I could choose my custom weave carpet and then quickly see how it would look with choices for the rest of my house. And the service, so professional and helpful. Through the selection process to the installation and the follow-up, I couldn't have asked for more. My Floorscapes retailer is more than just a store for me. After my own personal success story, they're a valued resource for all of my projects, a true partner in creating the perfect space.